guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Sunday, man. Whatever Sunday is for you, hope you're enjoying it, man. Well, my Cowboys lost today, but it was a preseason game, and for the most part, everybody got out good to go as far as injury. So, okay, whatever. We won a game all preseason, but hope that don't matter. It don't matter, right? All right. But the Toronto Raptors did agree to a deal with Mykhailiuk, that guy. They agreed to a 2-year deal, with him having a player option in year number 2. A little bit of he split the 2020 and 2021 season with the Detroit Pistons and Oklahoma City Thunder. He averaged 10 points per game with the Thunder while getting the most extensive playing time of his career. Following the season, Oklahoma City had restricted free agent rights for him, but rescinded the qualifying offer. This made him an unrestricted free agent. The Raptors now have 19 players under contract, including several with at least some guaranteed money for 21-22. So, all right, this is the thing. This is another example of the Toronto Raptors betting on their player development, right? They really believe in their player development. They put emphasis on it, and they bring in players that they think. Let me break this down to you. What this signing means to me. If they can get him to what they know he was capable of based off what he did in college when he was over a 40% 3-point shooter. If they can get him to that point, then you're gonna see career numbers from him. If they can get him to that point. See, Toronto understand what they have as far as player development. And with that being the case, they're willing to bring in guys like CV, say this guy's name. I've tried. I can't get this right. But they're willing to bring in guys like that and work with him. Now, that's important for the simple fact that if they can bring him in, he got a player option for year 2, but they know what he can be. Like he's a guy. He was drafted. I'm familiar with him because he was drafted by the Lakers, and I was like, yo, Lakers should keep him. The guy can shoot 3. LeBron need 3-point shooting around him, so why not keep him? Because that just make a lot of sense to me. But maybe I don't know something. But his 3-point shooting has not lived. It's decent, but it hasn't been enough to keep him on the court and keep him a real threat from the 3-point line. But what the Raptors are seeing and what I've always seen in this young man, and if he can just get that stroke back that he had in college and become a plus 40% knockdown shooter, you got something here. You really got something here, because you look at a guy like Steady Freddy who can drive and kick, who can get other guys involved. You look at Siakam, who can also get. I think that part of his game is a little bit underrated. I'm not saying he's a beast at it, but I've seen him being able to get people involved or willing to pass the ball. But he fits. He add another dimension to what Nick Nurse is trying to do. But all his minutes, in my opinion, is going to be predicated on his ability to be a knockdown shooter. It's going to start from practice. It's going to start from day one. Just getting in the gym, knocking down the shots, becoming a reliable 3-point shooter. He's going to have to earn his minutes. But he does have the ability to, he could be a Seth Curry type of guy. Seth Curry, not Steph. Steph is on another planet. I don't know what's going on with that guy. But Seth Curry type of guy who can knock down a 3-ball with the best of. You get what I'm saying. But he got that's what he kind of remind me of. If he can get to that level, now all of a sudden we're talking about a player that could be monumental going forward. And he's still a young player. I think 24, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. He could definitely be one of those guys that can come in and get hot and really take over a game once he get going. But he hasn't quite lived to that yet. So that's the thing. You wonder, like, is the 10 points a game that's about the most for him, or can you see some of those explosive games from him? that's going to be what the Raptors are going to have to look for to and see if they can find out. But when you pair him along with a Scotty Barnes, because it's great, it's a good chance he's coming off the bench. So you're looking at a Scotty Barnes, maybe a Flynn, a Press. These are all guys. See, now you got to think about that second unit, because now these are guys that hang around the rim, right? Scotty Barnes can get in there. He can mix it up at the rim. We know what Press can bring to the rim. You know what Boucher bring, and he can shoot the three too. But he's an attacker as well. You look at Flynn. He can knock down the shot, or he can flash in the paint. But you pair a knockdown shooter like this guy. I can't pronounce his name. But you add a knockdown shooter. Now you spread the floor. Now those driving lanes for that second unit becomes wide open. But it's going to be predicated on his ability to do what he do best. See, sometimes you got players who can just do everything, right? They can assist, they can rebound, they can score, that's great. Some guys are specialists. To me, and I could be wrong, people may look at him different than I do, but to me, he's a three-point specialist. I don't care about nothing else. Just knock down the three-pointer. If he can become a definite knockdown shooter, knockdown three-point shooter, then all of a sudden now your second team is almost just as deadly as your first team. You see what I'm saying? So I like the signing, man, because I think this was a perfect match for him. Because of Toronto's ability to develop players. But you know what? I gotta admit, this kind of remind me of the Masai Ujiri press conference when he was saying we ain't caring about people that come. We're not worried about free agents that come and don't come. They're going to develop the players we got, the players that they're and the players that they draft and that they are able to bring in. They're going to develop those guys. So this is another example of saying this young man can be something. We gotta just put our player development team up to the task, and they've been up to the task with so many of these different guys. So it's going to be interesting to watch him because, like I said, this young man can shoot the three. Now his three ball ain't been where I expected to be coming into the NBA, but I think that if there's a team with a player development that can get him to that point, this is a perfect match. So listen, I love the pickup. I think this can be a match made in heaven. I think this could really work. But it's all going to be predicated on his ability to knock down the 3-point shot. That's what it's about. So with that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, you guys be great.